San Francisco.
Hey guys, what's going on? Joe Paris back with another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial for you, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to create this awesome sunglass kind of zoom in effect. And it's actually pretty simple, guys, but it's really awesome, and I just really think that this effect is going to take your edits to the next level. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. Now, as you can see here, I have both of the clips, and I'm going to actually step by step go through this with you. So the first thing that I recommend though is having a clip with either sunglasses or some sort of eye, that kind of effect. That way you can kind of mask that out, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And then you can kind of, really just play with the creativity with the different shots and everything else. This was our trip to San Francisco, so we have a lot of stuff to play with. And I think what's really cool is sunglasses, right? So if we click here, you can see like the sunglasses. If I were to mask this out, and that's exactly what we're gonna do, is cool. But you can also use stuff like mirrors, okay? So like you can see, like I could use a mirror, you can use a phone. You can really get creative with this, guys. And I just wanted to share this with you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you need to do though is actually create a freeze frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and freeze it right about here. Perfect. What you do is click Shift and H, and this will create this zero red kind of play bar here. You can drag it out, and then if you just clip it by clicking the blade tool and then the blade tool again, you can get rid of the rest of this, and now it's just this frozen frame. See how it's not moving, guys? And that's exactly what you're looking for. From there, the next step is just to go to your Effects tab and then go to your Draw Mask. Go ahead and click the Draw Mask and drop it right on top of your clip. Perfect. Now it's going to ask you to draw these control points. And something that I really recommend is actually using in your viewfinder here and zooming in a little bit. Let's go to 100. Now we can really see the eyeglass, okay? And since we can really see the eyeglass here, I'm going to go ahead and draw around this, and we're going to actually zoom through this here. But also, I'm going to share with you, in case you can't get all the way around the edges, how to actually make that look really clean, and I'll show you a few tips here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started drawing around. And this could be very tedious, but as you can see, guys, see how like it's not super smooth? You can also just drag these a little bit. Okay, so you can always drag those points. We'll snap it back. Click, 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 and hold. See how it's then giving me that, and I can make these curvatures. That way, see out there, that's really kind of curving out now. You can really get close to the glasses, okay, so something like that. And then you can click like the next point. So once you have that, you want to make sure to invert your mask. Go ahead and click the Invert Mask Tool tab here, and now it's actually just masking out what we drew around. See here, guys, you can also move these points so that it gets a little bit closer. This is normally what I do. And there's also this awesome effect called your feather effect. If you click on this feather little tab here, you can see how it automatically just kind of like makes it bigger and smaller, right? So if I really wanted to feather this a little bit to really make sure it fits in those glasses, that's about perfect, right? And it looks really clean. And that way, in case you mess up a few of these points and it's not perfectly around the edges, you can just feather it out. All right, so basically now we're gonna go back to our fit view, and now we just have the glasses, right? But it's not really doing anything. It's just masked out and it's just black. So what you wanna do now is find another clip, okay? And you're going to overlay this clip on top of that clip. So for demonstration purposes, we're going to have our friend walking at us, and this actually looks really good when we do our little clip here. So we have this over the top, and you can see now that it is masked out, and we can start to see the other underlying clip underneath. Now if we go ahead and play this, well, it's just the clip, right? How do we actually get it to zoom in? So here's how you do that. With this first clip, you want to go to the crop tool, and you want to do the Ken Burns effect. From here, you want to start wide, okay, so start as far out as you can, and then you want to go ahead and just Ken Burns into the glasses. So right there should be about perfect. Go ahead and click done. Now once you've done this, what will happen is your clip will start to zoom in to the other clip. Perfect. Now, you might be wondering, well, that was kind of slow. How did I get it to where this one, it goes quicker. How you do that is you just shorten the clips, guys. So this clip here, I'll shorten this up a bit, watch. Boom, that much quicker. Okay, if I make it longer though, I really drag it out, it's going to really slowly kind of zoom into that next clip. Okay, so this clip up top is controlling how fast or slow you actually zoom in. And if you look at the eye here still, you can tell that, you know, there's obviously some mistakes here, but if you were to, you know, you want to feather it out a little bit more, let's go ahead and take a look at that. That looks pretty good. You can see that there's, you know, some edges there, but overall, guys, when you move in pretty quick, like let's say we move this in really fast, not many people are going to be able to see that you kind of didn't draw that effect really good, right? And you can make that really quick, and that's how you get your awesome sunglasses kind of effect there. Now, where you can get really creative is actually if you layer these kind of things. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to layer another effect here on top of this one. So you can see here, guys, that I actually, if we start with this effect, it's going to zoom into the other effect if we just kind of keep going here. And this is where you can layer these. So if we're here, it zooms into that eye, which zooms into this eye, which, if I make it even smaller, it's going to go zoom, zoom. And then, where you can get even more creative, is if we go and we do this, zoom, zoom, you can keep playing around with these exact kind of like, okay, do we want to start there? Do we want it to go quicker, slower, that kind of stuff? But the only thing I did here, guys, I did the exact same thing that I did with this clip here. I just masked out the eye, okay? So that's literally all I did. And then I Ken Burns'd into the eye here. Okay, so if you click on this, right, and you click on the crop, you can see that I just Ken Burns'd right into the eye. Now, in this clip, unfortunately, this is as small as the Ken Burns would go, so it doesn't actually go completely into the clip, but it still gives you that effect, and it's pretty darn close. So that may happen. Personally, I would probably just choose a different clip, but for our demonstration purposes here, it works kind of perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and click here, zooms in. See how it, again, the mask isn't even that perfect, guys, and it still gives you an awesome effect. And then it goes right into the next sunglasses and there. Now, what if I wanted to reverse this? Here's an awesome tip for you guys to make a reversal out of this. First, what I would recommend is see how there's these 3 clips on top of each other? Go ahead and select all these clips, right click, and then do new compound clip. From there, it's going to create a new compound clip for you. Let's just title this new I1. It's going to be saved in this event. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to scroll all the way down because here is my new compound clip. Basically, what we did is we just compounded all of the clips into one clip. So I have that clip here. You can see it zooms and it zooms. Cool. And the same thing, zooms and zooms. Now, what I could do here is now that I have both of these clips in a row, I can just click on this little gear here and I can reverse the clip. Okay, so once I reverse the clip, it goes zooming in and then it'll stop and it'll zoom out. Now, that can be sped up, sped down. So if I want to, you know, speed this up a little bit, let's watch it here. So it zooms in and then it'll quickly zoom out. Vroom. Right? So you can really play around with some pretty awesome stuff here, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I'm going to share with you a couple other examples that I've done here. And it's just a really kind of neat effect. And all you're doing, guys, is masking out and zooming in and zooming out with the Ken Burns effect. Now, if you guys really like tutorials like this, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I have a YouTube channel where I come out with weekly tutorials just like this, sharing you awesome Final Cut Pro 10 edits, transitions, a bunch of cool stuff, and I can't wait to continue teaching you more about this stuff if you're really interested in it. I'll see you guys in our next video. Stay tuned.
Welcome to San Francisco.